Good morning, student. In previous section we discussed animal tissue, and in animal tissue we study different types of tissues, right? Connective tissues. But right now we are going to discuss the muscular tissue, the next part of the tissue, muscular tissue. You know, muscular tissue, it is the cell of the muscular tissue is elongated in the shape. Elongated in the shape, and the cells of this muscular tissue is called muscles fiber. Muscles fiber. The cells of the muscle tissue is muscles fiber, and mainly the function is help in the movement of the body. Movement of body. The main function of the muscles fiber is movement of the body. It means it help in the movement of the body parts. So another thing is there, how it help in the movement of the body parts. It contract and relax. It contract and relax. So due to contraction and relaxation of the muscles fiber, it help in the movement of the body parts, right? For the contraction and relaxation, it has also a special types of protein. That protein name is called contractile protein. What is the name of that protein? Contractile protein. So contractile protein is responsible for the contraction and relaxation, and due to the contraction and relaxation, it helps in the movement of body parts. Generally, the shape of the muscular tissue is the elongated, right? It is the general basic features of the muscular tissue. When we categorize the muscular tissue, it is of three types. How many types? Three types of muscular tissue is there. We will look one by one. See, first tissue is striated muscles fiber, we can say. Second one, unstriated muscles fiber, and third one is cardiac muscles fiber. Striated, unstriated, and cardiac muscles fiber. What is striated? Why it is called striated? It has alternate light and dark band. That's why it is called striated muscles fiber. Just look the diagrams. Yes, this is striated muscles fiber. You can see the diagram of that. This is the diagram of the striated muscles fiber. You know, there is alternate light and dark band. You can see that are the dark band, light band, dark band, light band. There are the alternate light band and dark band, or we can say striations are there, or we can say stripes are there. This is the stripe. That's why it is called striated muscles fiber. But this is unstriated muscles fiber. No alternate dark band or light band is present. That's why it is called unstriated muscles fiber. Clear? But when we see the third diagram, that is cardiac cycle. In cardiac cycle, there is also alternate light and dark band or stripes are present. That's why it is also called striated cardiac cycles, we can say. So this is striated muscles fiber. This is unstriated. Why it is called unstriated? Because there is no alternate light and dark band. There is no stripes are there. That's why it is called unstriated muscles fiber. Third one is cardiac cycle. So cardiac cycle, striated also present. So this is the diagram. You can see striated muscles, unstriated muscles, and cardiac cycle. Second thing, striated muscles fiber is also called voluntary muscles fiber. Why it is called voluntary muscles fiber? Because that fiber's activity, that cell's activity, we can control. Like I am able to help movement in our limbs. It means it has striated muscles fiber. We can control it. It is totally depend on willpower. We can control all the activities of the voluntary muscles. That's why it is called voluntary in action or voluntary muscles fiber. But in case of unstriated muscles fiber, we are unable to control the activity. That's why it is called involuntary muscles fiber. Involuntary muscles fiber. For example, peristalsis movement of the food. When we take the food in the mouth, it will swallow. After swallow, it will move to the esophagus, then stomach, small intestine and large intestine. After swallowing the food, we are unable to hold down. We are unable to control the passage of the food. So which type of movement? This type of movement is involuntary in action. We are unable to control. We cannot control the movement of the iris, the movement of the ureter. That are the involuntary actions. We are unable to control that type of movements. So it is called involuntary. Same thing, cardiac muscle that is present in our heart. The heart muscles continuously throughout the life contract and relax. Contraction and relaxation. That's why blood is supplied throughout the body. So it is also involuntary in action, cardiac cycle. So just we prepare a flow chart, or we can say a comparative table, in which we will include all the points of the striated muscles, unstriated muscles and cardiac cycles. Let us move. So we have the comparative table of the striated, unstriated or cardiac cycle. We will see the comparative features of the striated, unstriated or cardiac muscles. See the first point. So light and dark band or striations. It means in the striated muscles there will alternate light and dark band, that is already seen by us in the diagrams. Clear? But in unstriated muscles there is no light band, no dark band. It means it do not show the striations or stripes. Same thing in the cardiac cycle, it will show the striations or the stripes or alternate light band or dark band. This is the first point. Clear? Yes. Move to the second point. Striated muscles fiber, also called voluntary, voluntary fibers. Why it is called voluntary? Because it is voluntary in action. We can control the activity, like movement of our limbs. We can control it. That's why it is voluntary in action. Second, unstriated, that is involuntary action. We are unable to control. For example, peristalsis movement of the food in the alimentary canal, movement of the iris, movement of the ureter. Now, that is involuntary action. We are unable to control the activity. And third one, involuntary, again cardiac cycle. We cannot control the activity of the heart muscles. Heart muscles continuously contract and relax to pump the blood into the whole body. So it is also involuntary in action. Clear? Move to the next point. The cells of the striated muscles is unbranched. No branching is there in the striated muscles fiber, but in unstriated muscles fiber again there is no branching, but in cardiac muscles branch, you can say different types of branch originated. So this is the difference. Next one, multinucleated cells. The cells have the multiple types of nucleus. You can see like that. This is the nucleus. So it has the multiple nucleus in a single cell. So it is multinucleate, but unstriated is uninucleate. Uninucleate means uni means single, nucleus means nucleus. It means it contains single nucleus. Multinucleate means multi means more than one. So it contains more than one nucleus, single nucleus, and cardiac cycle, that is also cardiac cells. It is also uninucleate. It means it also single cell. Now, present in bundles. The striated muscles are present in bundle. That are the characteristic features. It is present in the bundles, but it is present in the seed. You can see the different seeds are there, right? Like so, this present in the seed, this present in the bundles. Now, the cardiac muscle, it is the network. So present in the network. Already we have seen the diagram. Cardiac cycle is present in the form of network of the muscles or the cells. And final difference, that is fatigue shown after some time when you will do activity, physical exercise. That type of muscles get easily fatigue. Fatigue means थक जाना. ये जो muscles होती है वो बहुत जल्दी थक जाती हैं. लेकिन अनस्ट्राइटेड जो muscles होती है fatigue rare, बहुत कम थकती है. पॉसिबिलिटी है लेकिन बहुत कम है, रेयर चांसेस होते, बट कार्डियक साइकिल नेवर गेट फटिग, कभी भी जो कार्डियक साइकिल्स है वो फटिग नहीं होती है, थकती नहीं है, थकावट नहीं आती है, और थकावट आ जाती है तो उसके बाद कभी स्टार्ट नहीं होती। आपको पता है कि कॉन्ट्रैक्शन और रिलैक्सेशन जो होता है कार्डियक हार्ट के अंदर कंटिन्यूसली थ्रू आउट द लाइफ चलता रहता है। बीच में यदि एक बार के लिए भी वो बंद हो जाती है, वो साइकिल बंद हो जाता है, तो उसके बाद में वापस स्टार्ट नहीं हो सकता। तो ये कभी भी फटिग नहीं होती, कभी भी थकती नहीं है, नॉन स्टॉप अनलिमिटेड चलती रहती है जब तक आप अलाइव हैं, जब तक आप जिंदा है। लेकिन इसके अंदर फटिग आ जाती है, इसमें कभी कभी आती है, लेकिन इसके अंदर कभी भी नहीं आती है। सो दिस इज ऑल थिंग्स regarding striated muscles, unstriated muscles and cardiac cycle. One more important thing about the striated muscle is that it is also called skeletal muscles. Why it is called skeletal muscles? Because that muscle is attached with our skeleton system, है ना? It helps in the movement of our body parts. That's why it is called skeletal muscles. This is all about the muscular tissue. Clear? Now we move to the next point. Next topic, or we can say the last topic of this chapter. Let me start. So our next tissue, that is nervous tissue. Nervous tissue, the cells of the nervous tissue, that is called neuron. That is called neuron or nervous cell. The cells of this tissue is neuron or nervous cell. What is the structure of the nervous cell or the neuron? What is the function of the nervous cell or the neuron? Just we take a simple example. Suppose I prick a needle to your body. What will happen? You suddenly release your hands with a jerking manner. Why? Because you have in your body the nervous cell or the neurons, and that nervous cell or the neurons take a stimulus in the form of pricking the needle. That stimulus is transferred to the brain and spinal cord. Spinal cord interpret, analyze and send the message to different muscles, effector muscles, that you will bring your hand from that needle. This is a simple explanation about the nervous tissue or nervous cell or the neurons. So the main function of the neuron, that is it receive the stimulus and respond against that stimulus. What do you mean by stimulus? Stimulus means your needle act like a stimulus. It will carry the message, transfer to the brain and spinal cord, and again brain and spinal cord gives a message. That message is called respond. So two things is there. One is stimulus, another one is respond. So stimulus it will carry, transfer to the brain and spinal cord, again it will transfer another message. That message is respond. So this is the structure of the nervous cell or the neuron. Explain it. It contains mainly three parts. First part is the cytone or cell body. You can see this part is cytone or the cell body. In the cytone there is a prominent nucleus, you can see, and there is cytoplasm, rich cytoplasm there, and nucleus is there, and you can see the thread like structures. It is protoplasmic stage or outgrowth. That structure is called dendrites. The hair-like structure of the cytone, that is called dendrite. Then third part, the long part, that is called axon. This part is called axon, and this is the axon terminal. Hair-like structure, again you can see this is axon terminal, and last final part of the axon terminal terminates or end with a knob-like structure, and that knob-like structure is called synaptic knob. This is the name and the diagram of the structure. How does it function? We take a simple activity or explanation. Suppose the message or the stimulus that is received. So which part of the nervous cell or neuron receive the stimulus? Either cytone or the dendrite. Obviously your answer will be dendrite. So dendrite receive the stimulus, it will transfer to the cytone or the cell body. Message is transferred to the cell body, then it will move from the axon, cytone to axon, and axon to axon terminal, and there is synaptic knob. What will happen after the synaptic knob? There is another neuron. There is another neuron, but in between the dendrite of second neuron and synaptic knob of the first neuron, fine gap is there. Fine gap is there. That gap is called synapse. That gap is called synapse. So it will pass the gap by the chemical coordination, and it received by dendrite of the second nervous cell or the neuron. Again from neuron it will transfer to the cytone, cytone to axon, and again another gap, another neuron. In this way this message is transmitted to the spinal cord interpret it, analyze it and give a response. Again same thing happened, it will transfer to the muscle cells, or muscles bring or release or remove the hands from that dangered area. There will be a questions in your mind. एक दिमाग में एक क्वेश्चन आया होगा कि ये एक डेंड्राइट के पास आता है, फिर साइटोन के पास आता है, एक्सोन के पास आता है, एक्सोन टर्मिनल है, सिनेप्टिक नॉब है, फिर फाइन गेप आ जाता है, फिर नेक्स्ट सेल के पास जाता है, तो कितना टाइम लगता होगा? तब तक तो निडल चुभ जाएगी अपन को, वो डेंजरस एरिया, उसे अपन हाथ हटा नहीं पाएंगे. लेकिन ये जो काम जो हो रहा है ना, वो बहुत फ्रैक्शंस ऑफ सेकंड में हो रहा है, बहुत कम टाइम में हो रहा है. दैट्स व्हाई वी आर इजीली remove the hands from the dangered area. So this is all about the structures and the functions of the nervous tissue and the neuron cell. In the next class, higher classes, you will study about that nervous tissue or the neuron in the detailed section. Thank you. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.